Alright, so it's been a pretty quiet MLB offseason so far, particularly for the Yankees. They haven't really done much besides bringing back Zach Britton, exercising his option, which I'm glad they did. That was a smart move. But today we got a rumor that came out that, if true, is pretty significant. On Wednesday, Pittsburgh Pirates beat writer Jason Mackey reported that he heard from a couple sources that the Pirates and Yankees have had conversations involving Jameson Taillon and Josh Bell. Now let me say right off the bat that I wouldn't hate this trade. I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but I'm also not really in love with it either. Let me start with Josh Bell. Now first things first, something that I like about him, something that would appeal to me about him is the fact that he is a switch hitter. You guys know that I've been going on for weeks about how the Yankees need lineup balance. They need to improve the fact that their lineup is so right-handed heavy, need to get a left-handed bat in there. But besides that, I think it's kind of a risk because we don't really know exactly how good this guy is. He's put up above average offensive numbers in the past, and then in 2019, he skyrocketed. He put up an MVP caliber season, hit 37 homers, had a weighted runs created plus of 135, drove in over 115 runs. Dude had a really good year. And then you take a look at the 2020 stats, not only did he regress, but he completely fell off a cliff. He hit 226 with a 669 OPS, 8 homers, a 78 weighted runs created plus. So he was 22% worse than a league average offensive player. And take a look at his K rate. He struck out 27% of the time in 2020, which is something else that I've been totally adamant about when it comes to improving this Yankees offense, strikeouts. The last thing we need to do is add another high strikeout bat. We actually, I think, need to take one away. And for the most part, I wouldn't put too much stock into a player's 2020 season, good or bad. But with Bell, it's a little bit different. That's not when the regression started. He really hasn't been that good offensively since the second half of 2019. So I'm not too sure the risk is worth what we possibly give up for him, which is still a question mark. There hasn't been any reports on that. Assuming we'd have to send back some sort of decent talent in return to Pittsburgh. On the Josh Bell side of things, I'm a little bit hesitant. Not totally opposed, but I can't say I'm overly excited about the thought of it. Now, as for Jameson Taillon, that is intriguing. What would concern me is the fact that he hasn't pitched in over a year. He actually underwent Tommy John surgery in August of 2019, so you got to consider the risk in getting a pitcher, acquiring a pitcher that is in the process of rehab. Factor in that if we got him, we'd have to be relying on 2 pitchers coming back from Tommy John surgery, obviously talking about Luis Severino. But make no mistake about Jameson Taillon, the pitcher. This guy is good, and he could be really good. Taillon is now 29 years old, and he was actually the 2nd overall pick in 2010. And for his career, he's gone 29-24 over 466 innings with a 3.67 ERA. And his most notable and best season came back in 2018, where he went 14-10 with a 3.2 ERA in 32 games started. He's also under control through the 2022 season, so we'd be guaranteed at least 2 years of him. You guys know that appeals to me. I want a starting pitcher with control, but I will admit I do think we would need at least one more starter on top of him. I'm all for bringing back Masahiro Tanaka. It kind of is sounding like that may not happen, unfortunately, and it really seems like the Yankees' priorities this offseason is DJ LeMahieu and DJ LeMahieu only. So if they were to make a move like this, honestly, even though I'm not that hyped for it, I would be pretty excited that we're doing something. You know, obviously it all depends on the return. What are we sending back to Pittsburgh? And one more little tidbit about this that's interesting is I brought up the notion that the Yankees should consider trading Luke Voit. And, you know, many people have been opposed to that, and I understand it. But this kind of opens the door to that being possible, because why would the Yankees be in the market for a first baseman if they had a first baseman? Or do they? Are they trading Luke Voit for somebody? Are they trading him for a starting pitcher? Or are they going to be going after Lindor and try to center Voit in a package for him? This is all interesting stuff. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment sections below. Are you intrigued by the possibility of this trade, or is it a hell no for you? I'm somewhere, I guess, in the middle, but I can't say I'm opposed to it. You know, I think it's interesting. We need a starting pitcher. Taillon, he is an interesting fit. It all just really depends on the risk of getting a guy coming back from Tommy John surgery. Josh Bell, a little bit iffy on him. He's also a risk as well. Is his offensive performance from early 2019 legit, or is it not? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Subscribe if you are new. This is the #1 channel on the platform for Yankees content. And go ahead and follow Yankees Avenue on all social media platforms to stay up to date on the latest Yankees breaking news. If anything comes out of this, Yankees Avenue will be the first place you will find it. So yeah, drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. Let's go Yankees.
Her body's go like September.